So how many of you believe that you're an artist? So for me, I get that response very often, and I'm actually quite used to the fact that many people do not believe that they're an artist. Many people do not believe that they have the ability or the skill to create art. And I'm here today to share with you the fact that, in my belief, from the core of my being, I believe that we were all born artists. And I'll share why. Number one, before language existed, we all recognized communication through images and pictures. And anywhere in the world you go, if you're driving a car, are you looking for the words of the signs, or are you looking for stop, yield, go? Pictures, right? That's how we register. Without those signs, we would actually get into accidents, and we would likely be misdirected. So, going back to my childhood now, and I'm going to try to connect certain dots with my twin sister, because being a twin is a very unique experience. And being able to express yourself when you're in competition with a twin is also a unique experience, because you're always trying to be the light, be the spotlight, but you're sharing that with someone else. So very young, at a very young age, because of a lot of the confusion, I started to realize, sort of come across a challenge that I wasn't really the best communicator. I didn't communicate very well. In fact, I got upset very quickly at things. I got angry. I sabotaged a lot of things when I was very young. But the one thing that actually saved me was the fact that if I ever needed to make up a relationship or apologize, it was through drawing a picture or creating a painting for someone. Who here has ever received a piece of art as a gift? How powerful is it when you get a piece of art? Does it not remind you of this person? Does it not make you feel some type of love back towards them? Do you not discover something new about this painting, almost, or drawing a piece of art every single day? Well, that's how I became understood, was through my art. And that's when I started to really realize the power that art had to actually express who I really was in times when I was very misunderstood. I would draw for people, I would draw for myself, and the one thing I never forgot when I was young was the feeling I would get when I would create. So now we're going to start fast forwarding into the life where as adults we start to embark in relationships. Now relationships are not easy, as we know. And sometimes the relationships and the experiences that we have can truly leave us to a point where we're actually almost depressed. If you lose a relationship, if you sabotage a relationship, if you have a breakup, and I will be honest, in my case as well, I am no longer with the father of my children, because relationships are tough. Now, throughout my entire life, one of the things that really kept reoccurring to me in moments of relationships leaving was a connection that I had to a feeling that was always related to art. See, I want to go back to the point of the fact that I believe we're all born artists, because it's our way of communicating with ourselves and with the people around us. So, in times where it was very tough, the art was not just a way of an escape, a connection back to myself, but what art started to do was actually start to activate a part of my brain that allowed me to actually solve many problems in my life. There's a way of thinking that I started to experience that was very outside the box. I would actually, encounter a problem that you really, everyone who shared their opinion was actually only focusing on the problem, and any solution they ever shared was only an experience that they had. So I would take that, I would thank them, but I would realize there's got to be another way. Now, how does art relate to finding solutions? Well, the truth is, and I don't know if many of you know this, that 98% of our brain is in the right side, which is the creative faculty of our mind. Now, humans are all about seeing is believing. So everything we see, we develop a logic, we develop a belief system. And that's what we've established as what we believe in. However, it's the right side of the brain that actually does the action, that gets the inspiration to go out and do what it is that you have to do to execute the logical thoughts. So, The excitement for me that started coming through actually creating art was, wow, art became not only a language of how do I communicate my soul, it became an expression that saved me through mental illnesses and potential depression, being a single mother of twins, homeless. I don't know if any of you guys have ever almost been homeless. I don't think many of you can relate to that, and I really hope you don't. But the amount of pressure that you go through in a state where you're raising twin boys, I didn't mention they're also twins, is extremely, 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 extremely difficult. To the point where I actually stopped drawing. However, the beauty about how art continuously showed up in my life is that it allowed me, once again, to use a part of my brain that allowed me to solve problems. It allowed me to mend relationships. And it allowed me to start to now think bigger. Just like Ronnie said, bigger and bigger and bigger, to the point where your mindset gets so convinced of this big image that you have in your mind, because visualization is the power of our minds. The moment you can see it, the moment is the moment you can manifest it. So, with that being said, I want you guys to consider this. I would love for you to consider. I invite you to consider this, because there's nothing, I don't want you to do what I want you to do. I would like for you to consider the fact that in a generation where we are actually influencing each other, I invite you to actually try to express yourselves in a way that it's not about being an artist, it's not about being skilled, and it's not about being good. It's about how do we find solutions to our problems by actually tapping into the part of our brain that is meant to create the solutions to those problems. One of the things that Fiona is going to mention is a calendar that I've actually created. Because this opportunity of being able to express myself through art, reminding myself of the feelings that I have through art, was all coming down to the power that I was able to stand into a community as the irreplaceable artist that I am today. Through the journey of all the difficult times that I've been through, the feeling that art has always given me has nothing to do with skill. In fact, the moment I stepped into this community, I eliminated any feeling and any concept that my ego had, which was to be the best. It was now to connect. And consider in a world where there is no language, because we all speak a different language, how would you communicate? This is where you would have to tap into the natural skill that you have, because the truth is our entire bodies are designed for art. Our hands are meant to draw or play music. Our eyes are meant to see, to transfer. Our voices create vibrations that can move a soul to a matrimony or any experience that allows you to remember the love. So I ask you guys again, although you don't actually physically create art, how many of you believe that you can be an artist? It will slowly start to come back to you over time. I want to thank you guys very much for taking the time to come out today, because the value of time is invaluable. You could be anywhere else in the world, but you decided to be here today to support your friends, your loved ones, your community. And I just want to say thank you on behalf of everyone here today. And if there's anything I can leave you with, because we all go through very many problems, is consider the fact that if you actually express in some form of art, be it for yourself or for someone else, you will actually change the trajectory of your life, because your body and your brain will start to work in a way that will actually benefit yourselves and benefit your children and benefit the world around you. Thank you guys very much for being here.